On this Easter Monday, oh my God, I ate so much chocolate. I've been at work the last 4 days and it's just like Easter chocolate overflowing in the staff room. So I really need this today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started right away with our warm up. No equipment needed today, just a mat and your body. So I'm gonna start our timer. And we're gonna get started. Just some gentle side lunges, alternating between a lateral and a forward raise with your arms. Just a shallow lunge to start with as we get warming up. For those of you who are new to class, we'll do about a 5-minute warm up, and then we'll do a 12-minute full body HIIT cycle. That cycle will involve 6 exercises, 30 seconds of work with a 10-second rest in between, and we'll go through the 6 exercises 3 times. So it's a total of 12 minutes. We'll do 2 of those cycles, an 8-minute core cycle, and then last 10 or 15 minutes, we'll just do some gentle yoga to cool down and stretch. So now we're going to take it to a forward lunge, twisting in the direction of your front leg, twisting the other way. Starting to get maybe a little bit deeper in your lunge if you're feeling warmed up. I'm a big breakfast person. I like wake up in the morning because I'm starving. The last 2 days, because of all the junk I've been eating, I woke up in the morning and I'm like not hungry at all. So no breakfast this morning, so hopefully that's not gonna affect my workout, but one more here. One more each side. And we're gonna come facing forward. Little air squat, tap your heel in front. Picking up the pace a little bit if you're starting to feel warm. Good. Now if you want to, you can add a little hop with your heel tap, but only if you're feeling warm enough. Kids are playing downstairs. I'm sure they'll make an appearance at some point. There's been a lot of fighting this morning, so hopefully they can keep it together for the next hour. A few more seconds here. Should be starting to feel warm now. We're gonna start into lateral ski lunges. So starting at one side, traveling as far as you can laterally. You can tap down on your back toe for the warm up. We'll be doing this in the workout. In the workout, we're gonna try to stay off that back foot. But for the warm up, go ahead and tap down if you want to. A few more seconds here. Making sure your water is close by and stopping to take sips or take a break anytime you need to during the workout. Okay, so coming to straddle your mat now. We're gonna do our fire feet. So staying bent knees, moving your feet as fast as you can. When I say go, we're gonna do a long jump, trying to travel the entire distance of our mat. So go. Jump, turn around, back to our fire feet. Jumping the other way, and go. Jump, turn, and fire feet. You can always eliminate the jumps into any of our exercises and just go to an air squat instead of a jump. And jump. Jump, turn, and fire feet. Let's do that 2 more times. And jump, jump, turn. Last one, fire feet. Jump, turn. Okay. Isla, quiet, please. We're doing exercise. So I'm gonna go through and demo our first round of 6 exercises. Either copy along with me, not right now, but I'm doing exercise. Copy along with me. Keep a side step going or boxer shuffle. Anything to maintain your warm up while I go through and demo these exercises. Isla? Isla. Isla, run. Enough. Thank you. So our first exercise, we're gonna do 4 high knees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, into a front lunge. 4 high knees into a lateral lunge. 4 high knees into a reverse lunge. And we call them round the world lunges, go in a circle. So then after we do the rear lunge on the right leg, we're gonna go rear lunge on the left, side lunge, forward lunge with 4 high knees in between. Then we're gonna come into a squat. And we're going to come about halfway up and pulse. And when I say hold, you're gonna get nice and low and hold it. And then we'll pulse again, about halfway up and hold. Come on up out of that squat anytime you need to. Then we're gonna come up onto our, or come down onto our mat. Do a push-up with a toe touch in between. So either from your toes or your knees, push up, driving your hips to the ceiling, trying to touch your toe or your shin or your knee, whatever you can reach, back to a plank, push up, touch on the other side. If you're gonna do these from your knees, just pop up onto your toes for the toe touch part. Then we're gonna go into our fast ski lunges, so similar to the warm up. But this time we're gonna try to stay off that back leg. So you're gonna start on one side, traveling far. You can touch your toe down or keep it up, whatever you can manage. You'll probably find you have better balance on one foot than the other. It's still extending behind your body. You're just trying not to touch your toe down. Then we're gonna do low jump squats. Lots of low squatting in this round. So we're gonna get low. We're gonna jump, turn one side, staying low, jump face forward, jump to the other side, facing forward, staying nice and low the whole time. You can also just take it to air squats at any time if you need to take out the jumps. Then our last exercise in the circuit is an up-down plank with 2 jacks. So we're gonna be from a high, Declan, please stop. We're gonna be from a high plank, coming down with your elbows, pushing back up, then jacking twice with your feet, back down and up with 2 jacks. So I'm gonna start our timer. We're gonna get started with our 4 high knees into round the world lunges. On the buzzer, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, forward lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, side lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, rear lunge. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, rear lunge, other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, side lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, forward lunge. It's okay if you do 5 or 3. Doesn't really matter. Forward lunge, other leg. Working our brains a little bit with this one. Good. Into our low squat, pulses with a hold. Declan, stop please. So here we go. Getting nice and low in our squat, coming halfway up and pulsing here. When I say hold, you're gonna hold. Hold it low. Keep breathing and pulse. Good. And hold it low. And pulse. You need to go wipe a bum here. Hold it low. So I'll get you started on the next one. I'll be right back. Come on up. On the buzzer, you're going into your fast ski lunges. Try not to touch down in the back. I'll be back in 1 second. Keep going with those ski lunges. 5 seconds left here. You guys, you can go play downstairs or in the living room, please. So into our low jump squat. So staying low, we're gonna jump and turn one direction, back to forward facing into the other direction. Here we go, getting low, jump, turn one way, forward. Declan, other way, please. Declan, stop. Thank you. Sorry about that. Should have put it on the shoulder once again. It's done, it's done. Coming up, Declan, out of the way, please, now. Coming up out of that jump anytime you need to, and just taking it to air squats, or keep pivoting around with me if you can. Good. We forgot our push-up toe touches, so we're gonna do those now. It's my bad, sorry about that. So coming onto your mat, push up, driving your hips to the ceiling, tapping your toe, push up, and tap. Good. Remember, you can do these from your knees anytime, and just hop up onto your toes for the tap if you need to. Okay, we're gonna stay down here for our up-down planks with 2 jacks. I'm sweating already. Should have put shorts on. So from a plank, down onto your elbows, jack out twice, come back up, down to your elbows, 2 jacks. Making sure you're not getting a big sway in your low back. If you are, take out those jacks. Come back up, and down. 2 jacks. Okay, come on up. We're going to start from the top now with our 4 high knees into a round the world lunge. You're a little lightheaded when you come back up. Take a few extra seconds. Otherwise, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, side lunge. And next one's a reverse lunge. Switching legs. Reverse lunge. Side lunge. And front lunge. Working our way around the circle. Good. Into our low squats with a pulse. Holding it nice and low when I say hold. Here we go. Coming up halfway up, pulsing here. Keeping your torso upright and hold. Nice and low. Trying to get your thighs parallel to the ground and pulse. Good. Hold it low. And pulse. Last time, hold it. Good. Come on up, shake out those legs. Down into our push-ups with a toe tap. Either from your toes to your knees. Here we go. Really try to use your core to drive your hips up to the ceiling.
Mommy, look what I did.
Nice, Ida.
It's the biggest mat. What tells us that one. I made the biggest mat.
10 seconds left here. Drop to your knees anytime you need to. Hey, come on up. Again, take a deep breath if you need to catch your breath a little bit before we get started into our fast ski lunges. So starting on one side. Here we go, traveling as far as you can. Try not to touch that back foot down. It's still crossing behind your body. You're just trying not to tap it down onto the floor if you can. Working our balance a bit. Last few seconds. I think it's awesome. Coming into our low jump squats. Pivoting from one side to forward facing to the other side. Here we go. Trying to stay low the whole time. That's awesome. And you guys go play with that in the living room? Take it to air squat. Anytime you need to take out the jump. Turning. 5 seconds. up down planks with 2 jacks. Starting from a high plank, come down, back up, 2 jacks. Down and up. You can do your up down plank for your knees as well, and just come up onto your toes for your jacks. Halfway done. 5 seconds. We're starting from the top. Come on up into our 4 high knees with a round the world lunge. Couple deep breaths. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front lunge. Rear lunge. Good. Other leg. Last circuit. Less than 4 minutes to go here. Good. Into our low squat pulses with a hold. Here we go. Getting low. Halfway up and pulse. Catching our breath here a little bit. Hold it down. Still making our legs work. And pulse. And hold it low. Pulsing again. Hold it low. We're gonna stay down here till the buzzer. Stay low, stay low. Whew. Into our push-ups with a toe tap. Shake out those legs.
No one can see you doing.
From a high plank. Here we go. Push up using your core to drive your hips up. Dropping to your knees for your push-ups as soon as you feel your form failing. We want good quality reps here. Almost done. Okay, come on up. Into our fast ski lunges. Starting on one side. Trying not to tap your foot down if you can. Here we go. 15 seconds left here. Keep going. Keeping that back foot off the floor if you can. Working your balance when you're tired. Ooh, almost lost mine there. Last few seconds. Good. Into our low jump squats. Pivoting one direction, facing forward, then the other direction. There we go. Staying low the whole time.
I need 1 minute. Look at my mat.
Halfway done. Take it to an air squat anytime you need to.
This is awkward.
Last 5 seconds. Woo, it's burning. Oh, shake out those legs. Last one is our up down plank with 2 jacks. And we'll take a break, grab a drink of water. Here we go. From a high plank, down to your elbows. Back up. Jack, jack. Back down. Remember, you can drop to your knees for your up down planks, and then just pop onto your toes for your jacks. Last 5 seconds. There's our timer. Grab a drink of water, walk around a little bit, try not to sit. Gonna bring our heart rates down a little before we start our next circuit.
Mommy, I'm making a cut, please.
So this is still your rest time, but while you're taking a rest and getting a drink of water, I'm gonna demo the next round of exercises. Same thing, still 6 exercises in the circuit. So our first one is jumping lunges to a leg circle. So we're gonna do 3 jumping lunges, then we're gonna pick up our back leg, bring it up, using our core to get our knee high, circle it around, and set it back down in a lunge. And then we'll do it on the other side. 3 lunges, big leg circle, set it down, 3 jump lunges, and a circle. You can take out the jump and just doing alternating rear lunges instead of jumping. Getting some hip mobility involved in that. Then we're gonna do a runner skip or a sprinter skip. So coming down with the right leg forward in a sprinter position. So imagine you're at the start line of a race. Coming down, you're gonna power off this front leg into a skip, back down into your runner start, into a skip. Staying on the right leg the whole time. It's beautiful. You can take out the skip at any time as well, and just go to a knee up. Then we're gonna do 2 push-ups and 2 scapula push-ups. So either from your toes or knees, 1, 2 push-ups, then from a high plank, we're gonna do a scapula push-up. So when we do a scapula push-up, all we're doing is pushing our shoulder blades apart from each other and then squeezing them back together. So it looks like this. From a high plank, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together and then push them apart. So your elbows stay straight. It's just your shoulder blades that are moving. Squeezing that space in between them when you squeeze them together to go down low, and then driving away with them, pulling them apart to go back up. So we'll do 2 push-ups, 2 scapula push-ups, back to 2 regular push-ups, 2 scapula push-ups, and we'll go back and forth. You can do this from your knees as well. We're then gonna do a long jump with a burpee. So similar to our warm-up, where we did a long jump traveling across our mat, we're gonna do the same thing here. So a long jump, a jump turn into a burpee, long jump, jump turn into a burpee. This is a no push-up burpee, so just jumping back into a plank. You can also step back into that plank if you find it's hard on your low back. We're then gonna do the sprinter skip on the left leg. So left leg is forward, powering up, back down into our start position, powering up. And our last one, coming down on our bums, we're gonna do 2 dips. So fingers are pointed in towards your bum, driving your hips up. So 2 tricep dips, all that's bending are your elbows here, pointing straight back behind you. Then extend your feet, and we're gonna hold a reverse plank. So using your glutes and your back muscles to hold you up. When I say go, walk your feet back in to 2 dips. And then when I say hold, we're gonna hold a plank. So we're gonna start from the beginning with our 3 jumping lunges into a leg circle. Hang on, it looks like I've got a message here. Okay, so starting with 3 jumping lunges, and then our rear leg is gonna pick up into a big leg circle, back down into a rear lunge, 3 jumping lunges on the other side. So on the buzzer, here we go. 1, 2, 3, that back leg picks up, big leg circle, back into a lunge. 1, 2, 3, big circle. Take out the jump anytime you need to. 10 seconds left. Good. Again, take out the jump and just reverse lunge if you need to. So into our sprinter skip on the right leg. Right leg is forward, coming down to touch that mat with the left hand like you're at the starting blocks. Driving off that front leg into a skip and back down.
Mommy, I can't know where all the pieces go.
Whew, this is burning already. It's gonna be a fun 12 minutes. 10 seconds left. You can take it into just a knee up at any time. Or keep that skip going if you can.
Mom, I can't make the biggest mess ever.
Last few seconds. Whew. Good job. Into our 2 push-ups And then 2 scapula push-ups. So either from your knees or toes. So here we go, 2 solid push-ups. Then squeeze your shoulder blades together, push them away. Squeeze them together, push them away. Back to 2 push-ups. I'm gonna start from my knees because I'm starting to get tired here. 2 push-ups, 2 scapula push-ups. These are a little awkward, but so good for your posture. Into our long jump with a burpee. So jumping the length of your mat. Here we go, jump the length of your mat. Jump, turn, into a burpee. Other way. Jump, jump, turn, burpee. What's the matter, Desmond? Okay, well, you're just gonna have to keep trying because I'm doing exercise right now. So I can't help you. 10 seconds left here. Woo. Into our sprinter skip on the left leg. Left leg is forward, right hand down on the mat. Powering off that front leg. Can you put that back up, please? Thank you. Take out that skip and take it to a high knee at any time. Thanks, buddy. 10 seconds left here.
I want next to fall. I need a little.
Last few seconds. Coming down to your bum for our 2 tricep dips into a reverse plank. Fingers pointing towards your bum. Hips up. 2 dips. Putting your feet out. Heels on the floor. Driving your hips to the ceiling. Hold it. Back to your dips. And reverse plank.
I just knocked that down again.
And dips. Thanks. Holding it up. Keep it there. Hold it. Good. Into our 3 jumping lunges with a leg circle. We're starting from the top. Catching your breath. If you're a little lightheaded, take a few extra seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Big circle. 1, 2, 3. Big circle. Take it to a step. Alternating reverse lunge at any time that you feel like you need to take out that jump. If you can, keep that jump going. Good. Into our sprinter skip with the right leg forward. Either a skip or a knee up, whatever works. Did a lot of squat holding in our first cycle. Now we're doing a lot of jumping. Take it out. Take it anytime you need to a high knee. 5 seconds left here. Shake out that leg into our 2 push-ups with 2 scapula push-ups. I'm gonna do mine from my knees. Go ahead and do it from your toes if you can. Here we go. 2 solid push-ups. Then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Push away. Squeeze them together. Push away. Back to push-ups. Working our chest and our back here. 10 seconds left. Okay, come on up for our long jump burpees. Starting at one side of your mat. Jumping forward, jump turn, and a burpee. Maybe Isla can help you. sprinter skip on the left leg.
I'm gonna go.
Left leg is forward. You guys, there's a snack up on the table if you need it.
Oh, what is it?
Coming down low, skipping up, powering off that left leg in the front. My skip is getting not nearly as high as it was the first round. That's okay. Take it to a high knee if you need a break. Chest lifted, you're not caving over. Last few seconds. Good. 2 dips into a reverse plank. Elbows point straight back behind you for those dips. Extending your feet out, driving your hips up, holding it. Back to your dips. Reverse plank, hold it up there. Keep holding, and dips. Plank it up. Holding it to the buzzer. Good, we're starting from the top with our 3 jumping lunges to a light circle. Or just 3 alternating rear lunges, whatever works for you. Big circle for some hip mobility. Good. I'm gonna take mine to an alternating rear lunge because my legs are burning here. You can keep that skip going. Go for it. 5 seconds left. Okay, into our runner's sprint or sprinter skip story on the right leg. Right leg is forward. Keeping your chest lifted. Touching the mat with your left hand. Driving up.
I want more.
Well, you're gonna have to wait. Take it to a high knee. Maddie ate it.
Yes.
No, you shouldn't have put your food on the floor.
But I was busy making something for my brother, then she ate it.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait until I'm done exercising and then I can make you another one. Last few seconds.
Show them.
2 push-ups with 2 scapula push-ups.
And I want to show it.
Not right now, but maybe when we're done.
And I want to show in your room when you're done.
Sure. 2 push-ups. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Driving away. Squeeze them together. Driving away. Back to 2 push-ups.
Mommy, can I bring my finger pop down there?
Sure.
And then I think pop.
Keep it going. 5 seconds left. Okay, come on up for our long jump burpee. We have 3 exercises left.
You're going to be ready in the video too.
That's 2 minutes left here, guys. We got this. Big long jump. Jump, turn, and a burpee. Long jump. Jump, turn.
Mommy,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, I'm getting tired. Remember, you can step it back, step it forward.
1, 2, 3, you're doing it, Mommy.
They're watching me on the computer, Ella.
What's it say?
They're watching on the computer.
Where? I don't see them.
Hey, come on up. Sprinter, skip on the left leg. Left leg is forward. Touching the mat with your right hand.
Hi, Isla. It's Auntie
Last
Ashley.
time we have to do this. I'm taking out the skip. I'm just going with a high knee. My leg's burning. Feeling like rubber a little.
Mommy, which leg is burning?
This one right here. Last few seconds. Okay, our last one is our 2 dips
Mommy,
into a reverse plank.
I
Okay, hips are up. 2 dips. Extending those feet. Holding that reverse plank. Back to our 2 dips.
Mommy, I'm gonna get ready.
Holding it up, squeezing those glutes. 2 dips.
Mommy, can I pass you?
Last time, we're holding this plank until the buzzer.
Mommy, can I pass you?
Yep. Come on down. Grab a drink of water. Walk around a little bit. Bring your heart rate down before we get down onto the mat for some core work. Good job, guys. That was a hard circuit.
Now, can we run it?
Nope, not done yet. Keep walking around.
Here.
Yeah, you can go put it up in the kitchen or go give it to Ina.
I can pick up. I don't see my. I'm gonna put it on myself.
Go take this downstairs to my room. Go take it downstairs.
Can I watch it?
Okay, so we're gonna come down onto our mats. We're gonna start with a push and resist with a leg lower. Take it downstairs, please, guys. So on your back, knees are up at 90. You're gonna press your right knee into your right hand. Hold, using your lower abs to hold it there. Then you're gonna release and drop it down for a leg lower, back up. Push and resist on the other side. Leg lower and back up. Then our next one's gonna be scissors. So on your back again, hands under your bum. Legs are as low to the floor as you can get them. And you're crossing your legs back and forth. Your legs might be up here. Your legs might be down here. Whatever way you do. Then we're gonna go into hip ups for the twist. So again, on our back, pressing our palms into the floor. We're using our lower abs to drive our feet towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can add a twist. So driving your feet up and twisting to the side. Just to get your obliques a little bit more involved. Then we're gonna do a side plank on the right. You can either hold the side plank here or reach overhead, touch the floor, reach in front of you, touch the floor, reach behind you, touch the mat. And keep going in a circle that way with your arms. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. Then our last one in the circuit is gonna be bird dogs with 3 pulses. So we're gonna extend our right arm and left leg. We're gonna pulse them up 3 times, bring them into the center, pulse 3 times, bring them into the center. We're gonna stay on the same side for the whole 30 seconds, and then in the second round, we'll switch to the other side. So we're only going through the core circuit twice. So it's gonna be 8 minutes, starting on our back with our knees up, pushing and resisting on one side into a leg lower. On the buzzer. Here we go, so pressing that knee into the hand, lower the leg down, other side. Hold that push and resist for maybe 3 to 5 seconds, and then lower your leg down, other side. And lower. Good. If you don't get your foot all the way down to the floor, that's fine. Just go down as low as you can without arching your low back. Good. Okay, into our scissors. So hands can be under your bum to support your low back a little bit. Legs are extended as close to the floor as you can comfortably get. And you're taking your feet side to side. I like to lift my head off the floor when I do it. Pulling your abs in, nice and tight. Keeping your legs as low as you can comfortably go. Almost done. Keep breathing. Good. Staying on our back for our hip ups. You can add a twist if you want to. So we're pressing our hands into the floor. Legs are up. Driving your heels to the sky. Keep it here. Or add a twist. Or just a straight hip up. Trying to use your lower abs to get those hips up off the floor. Good, almost done. Right side for a right-sided plank. You can either hold your plank here or add the reaches with me. Good. Keep going. Core circuit always goes much faster than the other ones, but it's the same idea. 6 exercises, 30 seconds on with a 10-second break. Same thing on the left side. So either hold your plank or add the reaches. Good. Almost done. 15 seconds left. Last few seconds. So quiet without my kids here. Into our bird dogs. So coming onto your hands and knees, we're gonna start extending the right arm and the left leg. Staying on this side the whole time. Pulse for 3, 2, 3. Bring everything into center. Pulse for 3. Bring it in. Trying to keep your hips level. That left toe, point your toes straight down to the floor. That'll help you keep your hips level with each other. Last one of the cycle, and then we're gonna start again from the top with our push and resist with a leg lower. So coming onto your back, knees are up at 90. Ooh, I'm sweating buckets here today. Pressing into your hand for 3 to 5 seconds, lower to the floor, bring it back up, push and resist on the other side, lower to the floor. We're getting those lower abs activated and engaged before we do our lower. Good. Other side, get a little fuzz going around in my face here. Lower down. So staying on our back, our scissors. Now it's gonna be under your bum again. Legs are extended. Here we go. Good. Scissoring your legs back and forth as low to the floor as you can. If they're up here, that's fine.
What are you doing, Fly?
Keep your abs nice and flat. Almost done. Keep it going. Good. So staying on our back for our hip ups. You can add that twist if you want to. Otherwise, you're just trying to curl your pelvis using your lower abs to drive your feet to the ceiling. I'm gonna leave the twist out for this one because my abs are getting tired. Take breaks anytime you need to. Almost done. Good, coming onto your right side. Side planks with a reach. Or just hold a side plank. So getting your hips up. And if you can, add that reach with me. Keep breathing. We're almost done. We'll get to do some nice yoga at the end. Few seconds left. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. 2 more exercises here, guys. That's 1 minute of work left in our workout. So come on up. And if you can reach with me, let's do it. Take out the reach at any time if you need to, and just hold your plank. 10 seconds left. Last few seconds. Okay, last one is our bird dog with 3 pulses. So on your hands and knees, we're gonna extend our left hand and our right foot. Pulsing for 3. Bring it together in the middle. Back to the pulse. Bring it together. Remember to point down with your toes. The toes on that right foot pointing straight down to the floor.
Jace, when you're done that,
Activity completed. That's it, guys. So grab a drink of water. Take off your shoes and socks if you want to. We're gonna get started with some yoga here in just a minute.
somebody in your family pees on your blanket. It's kind of private. And it's nothing to announce to like cousins. It was a joke. Even though knows it was a joke. Okay. Was it bugging Henry though?
I couldn't tell who was laughing, so I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. If it's bugging you, you just have to be honest. You just have to say that bugs me when you say that, and then you won't do it. Okay.
Okay, so when you're ready, we're gonna come to the front of our mat. Big toes are touching, heels slightly separated. Raising our arms up overhead. Exhale as you hinge at the hips, trying to keep a flat back. Hands come to either your shins or the floor. And just bend one knee and then the other. If it feels good or better for you to have your feet separated at about hips width for this, you can go ahead and do that as well. Or keep them narrow, whatever works. So straightening both legs now. We're gonna grasp the opposite elbows, letting your head hang. We're just gonna hang here for a second. Bringing your hands down to the floor. We're gonna walk our feet so they're about max width, and we're gonna sit our hips down, pressing our elbows into our knees a little bit, trying to keep your back nice and straight. You can rock side to side here. That feels good. Bringing our hands down to the mat, extending, coming back up to standing, keeping your feet wide in this forward fold. And again, we're gonna sink our hips down, coming back down, pressing our elbows into our knees, and rocking slightly side to side. Do that one more time. Hands to the mat, extending your legs up to standing, folding forward. And last time, dropping our hips down, pressing into our knees. Bring your hands to the mat. We're gonna step our feet back into down dog. Bending one knee and then the other here. Stretch into your calves. Pressing both heels down towards the mat, hips high. We're gonna extend our right leg up behind us, and then bend our knee, allowing our right foot to start coming down towards the floor, opening up our hips. Bringing it back through center without setting it down on your mat. Step it through, bringing your foot between your hands. Dropping that left knee to the floor, pressing all 10 toes of that left foot into the mat. And then come up into a lunge. Pressing that left hip forward, pulling the right hip back. Now grabbing your fingers or interlacing your fingers behind you, stretching in through your chest. Pressing forward with that left hip a little bit more. Releasing your hands to the mat, curling the left toes under. We're going to step back into a down dog. Again, you can bicycle your knees here a little bit. And then the other. Now we're going to extend our left leg up behind us and allow it to drop down towards the floor, opening up the hip on the other side. Squaring off the hips without setting that left foot down. We're going to step it through between our hands, coming down onto the right knee, pressing all toes on that right foot down into the mat. Hands to your knee into a low lunge on the right on the other side. Pressing that right hip forward, trying to pull your left hip back. If you want to, you can interlace your fingers again to stretch through your chest. Trying to sink nice and low in that lunge. Releasing your hands back to the mat, curling your right toes under. We're going to step back into down dog again. We're going to raise our right leg up to the sky and step it through between our hands again. Left knee to the mat. This time we're going to extend that front leg into a runner stretch. Your front foot, your sole can either be on the mat or just your heel and pulling your toes up, whatever feels good. Hinging from the hips to fold over that front leg. Come forward on that right toe. And tuck our left toes under and pivot to face the long edge of our mat. And pigeon your toes in a little bit and folding forward from here. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Bringing them back to center. And then walking them over towards the left foot. And back to center. Bring your left toes to face the back of your mat now. We're going to pivot and drop to the right knee. And then extend that left leg into a runner stretch on the left side. Curling your right toes under. We're going to press that facing the long edge of our mat again. And fold forward. Let your head down here. If you want to, you can interlace your fingers and let your arms drop overhead a little bit. Releasing your hands back down to the mat. We're gonna turn our right toes out, step our left foot up to meet our right. Fold forward. Inhale, come up to standing, raising your arms overhead and hands to your heart. Inhale again, raising your arms overhead. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, come halfway up and look forward. Hands down to the mat. We're gonna step back into a high plank. Drop your knees to the mat and lower slowly to the mat. Roll 10 toes into the mat. Come into just a little low cobra. And tucking your toes under, press back up to plank and back to down dog. And raise our right leg up and come into pigeon. Bringing your right foot up by your left wrist. Bending the left leg back, pressing those left toes into the mat, and coming forward any amount, relaxing into that right hip as much as you possibly can. Every exhale, trying to sink a little bit deeper into that stretch in the right hip. Bringing your right forearm parallel with the front of your mat or coming up onto that right hand, reach back and grab your left foot if you can reach it to stretch into the quad, the front of the thigh on the left leg. You can also roll off onto your right hip and reach back to stretch that quad if you can't quite do it from pigeon. Release the left foot down, hands to the mat. We're gonna step back into down dog. Same on the left side, so left leg up to the sky, bringing it forward so your left ankle is up by your right wrist. Pressing all 5 toes of your right foot into the mat and coming forward, relaxing into the stretch into the left hip. Coming up, so either your forearm is parallel with the front of your mat, your left forearm, or up onto your left hand. Reaching back to grab that right foot if you can. Again, you can roll off onto your left hip for a quad stretch if you can't quite reach it from pigeon. Releasing that right foot down, hands to the mat, stepping back to down dog. Look forward, we're gonna come through to seated. And then rolling onto your back. Extending the left leg down, hug your right knee into your chest. And then pull it across your body, looking over your right shoulder as your knee drops to the left side. Bring that right knee back to center, squeezing your left knee in as well, hugging them both into your chest. And then extend your right leg down, pulling your left knee across your body, looking over your left shoulder. Bringing your left knee back into center, hugging your right knee in as well, giving your low back a little massage here, circling one way and then the other. Roll over onto your right side and push yourself up to seated. That's all I have for you guys today. Good job. That felt like a really hard one. I don't know if it's all the chocolate in my belly or what, but that felt like a hard workout today. So thanks for sticking with me, and we'll be doing the same style of workout again on Wednesday morning at 9:30. And there is a link on the Facebook page if you want to stay and have a coffee and hang out and see other people again after the workout. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.